King Kong, we way on top of the building. She lift me up, I pick her up. Incredible feeling. I'm in my feelings. Started off on the floor, levitated to the ceiling. I got her, she got me. Things we do together make me feel free. You a walk, girl, I'm a run. We take off far in the sun. Give me a job and it's done. Girl, just
baby,
know you the one.
I'll walk, I'll fly so high, I'll glide for you. I want you to know. I'll walk, I'll fly so high, I'll glide for you. Baby, you should know. Stress, let me relieve you. You deserve the best. Just wanna please you. Always right by my side. You what I cleave to. Something in your eyes make me believe you. Something in your eyes make me all over you. You like a dream come true. Just can't get over you. The way you smell, remarkable. The way you kiss, delectable. I love it when you smile and make me emotional. Your love is so incredible. Baby, you should know. I'll walk, I'll run, I'll fly so high, I'll glide for you. I want you to know. I'll walk, I'll run, I'll fly so high, I'll glide for you. Baby, you should know. Children, yeah.
Blake,
Yeah.
Beats.
Yo, I don't mean like I know you. Nothing in this world I want to. Take one step, I take two. You take the lead and I follow you. Yeah, I know that you hurt, been there plenty times before. Gave my heart, gave my soul, but they still want to explore. Ever gave someone your all, and they still want more and more. And more and more. I got that medicine you need, yeah. I'ma feel you so good, vibes and energy. Yeah, I was wrapped in shackles, I'm about to set it free. Tie your souls and we making history, yeah. I don't mean like I know you. Nothing in this world I want to. Take one step, I take two. You take the lead and I follow you.
I'm a lit kid, beat.
I know it ain't easy. Whoever said it would be easy. I know it ain't easy, but I know it's gonna be alright. Darkness cannot faze me. I walk through the dark to shine as bright. Can't no hate dismay me. I walk in love, there ain't no fight. Can't no weapons face me. Nothing for will dim my light. I wake up in the zone, feeling so strong. Keep nothing on me down, yet I know what's going on. They see it as pain, I see it as life. Take the good with the bad, it'll be alright. No matter what they bring to dim my light. I know it ain't easy, what could come without a fight. Bad days don't defeat me. Although I know it ain't easy. The haters getting hate, they don't defeat me. Yeah, mistreat yourself when you mistreat me. It'll be alright, oh. fight. Can no weapons face me? Nothing for will in my life. Hear me and say, oh, right, oh, right, oh, right, oh, right. I know it ain't easy, but I know it's gonna be alright. It'll be alright. Darkness cannot face me. I walk through the dark to shine as bright. It'll be alright. Can't no hate dismay me. I walk in love, there ain't no fight. It'll be alright. Can't no weapons face me. Nothing for will dim my light. I know it ain't easy. Whoever said it would be easy. Shit to the top, so you better rising, waking up, feeling great, feeling love. Woke up like this, green smoothie in my cup. Got my 3 kings beside me, know exactly what it's up. Spaceship to the top, so you better buckle up. Rising, waking up, feeling great, feeling love. Woke up like this, green smoothie in my cup. Got my 3 kings beside me, know exactly what it's up. Spaceship to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Yeah, flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Buckle up, you better buckle up.
Sun shining, wrist shining. I'm flying, I'm up there, so exciting. Woke up feeling great, cheese, eggs, watch is great. Mike Christina, XO on a date. We can hit the beach up or maybe roller skate. Amuser at the park while we escape. We flying, we gliding, we flying.
Rising, waking up, feeling great, feeling love. Woke up like this, green smoothie in my cup. Got my 3 kings beside me, know exactly what it's up. Spaceship to the top, so you better buckle up. Rising, waking up, feeling great, feeling love. Woke up like this, green smoothie in my cup. Got my 3 kings beside me, know exactly what it's up. Spaceship to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. We're flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Buckle up, you better buckle up. Flying to the top, 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 buckle up. Rising, waking up, feeling great, feeling love. Woke up like this, green smoothie in my cup. Got my 3 kings beside me, know exactly what it's up. Spaceship to the top, so you better buckle up. Rising, waking up, feeling great, feeling love. Woke up like this, green smoothie in my cup. Got my 3 kings beside me, know exactly what it's up. Spaceship to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. We're flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Buckle up, you better buckle up.
I take the load, never be felt in the sunshine. I take the sunshine, never be felt in the sunshine. I take the load, never be felt in the sunshine.
Thanking our universe for giving me sons. 3 kings standing in a waiting one. Got my soldiers by my side. If it's a war, we won. Yeah. Oh yeah. Son. So many things I've got to tell you. But I'm afraid I don't know how. Cause there's a possibility you'll look at me differently. From the moment I looked into your eyes, I will be more than alright. Knew my days at purpose, nights at peace. I still my arms at peace. And I'm also thankful that you have chosen me. Thank my
M always available. Got me and my brothers whenever there's trouble. Dream team supreme, always taking W. Please keep it decent, don't get split till it's skeletal. I know that this is love. My mom always got my back, never lets me slack. She rise, she rise, she rise, never let me down. She rise, keep me motivated. She rise, always meditated. She rise, she rise. Sunshine, 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 sunshine. I take the low. Making together, we about to sunshine, 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 sunshine. I take the low. Making good together, we about to sunshine. Always doing what it takes, always help me elevate. Try to keep me from the fake, came and got me from the gate. Sorry I was in the way, did the time I had to pay. Now we back to better things, where you my everything.
Yeah, man. It's your girl, StarChougie, here to shine a little light. Let me make sure my light is shining. On another dark ass situation, man. So I hope you all had a great week because I have had a phenomenal week thus far. Hump Day Wednesday. So, this is the day where your energy starts to lag a bit. So you got to tap all the way in the source and get you some, oomph. So I did had to dig in the oomph bag, dig into source light. Like, listen, help a sister out. Is Wednesday. I've been, ripping and running and herbalization to all the people and being a mom and an entrepreneur and all these things, all these hats that I got to wear. And it just so happened that I found balance today. So for all of you who was feeling a little tired and a little stressed out and a little lagging, go ahead and dig into source your higher self and just replenish me, please. And trust me, you will get what you need. So I hope that your week was, good so far. And we're going to talk again about the 5 to the G, So we talking about this positive and negative ions that's been a little off balance and causing different issues within our bodies. And so I said I was going to do a part 2 because this was something that hit near and dear to my home and my heart. So I was like, we have to have a part 2 on this. And I had reached out to a good brother by the name of Yaki Awakening. And for those who know him, I'm telling y'all might want to follow that brother when it comes down to your health and, different things like that. He's phenomenal. He even have his own lab where he's testing these herbs out himself. So it's not like people can say, oh, this is just, they don't know if it's going to work. It hasn't had a study on this yet. There's been studies. There are herbalists that's taking this very serious, including myself, that will throw some scopes up under the goddamn things. I'm drawing a blank right now. This always happens. But we actually take things to the lab and figure it out the right way. The microscope. That's what I was trying to think of. So yeah, I will definitely take and put different cells or different mechanisms under the microscope and see what it does when you put the herbs, the tinctures in with it to see if it's starting to subside or grow, different things like that. So, I'm really starting to take this. I've been taking this serious, but I think this situation with my son and my family has definitely made me take my herbal healing to the next level. and I'm grateful for it, you know. So, like I tell people all the time, you know, you go into a dark situation that you might feel like is extremely dark. You not going to find your way out of it, but it is only to sharpen your sword. Literally. It's just to make you stronger at what you do. So a lot of these obstacles and things that we're being faced with, it's just to make us stronger and wiser and better, you know? So, I mean, unless you wanted to you know, if you let it overcome your situation and you don't overcome your situation, you let it overcome your situation, then it can be the death of you. You know, it can defeat you. But if you're a strong person and a strong-willed person, and you already know that there's a lot of things that has to take place to build your character, and everything is not always going to be so cute and taste so good. Sometimes you're going to have some sour tasting, you know, dark stuff that come your way. But then once you digest it and you sit back and you reflect, you realize how much you've learned from this situation. So that's where I'm at right now. So basically, I'm just gonna so do you have that audio of Yaki Awakening? If not, I could play it from my phone. But this is
Weaknesses.
there we go. That's just we gonna listen to Yaki Awakening, y'all. Make sure y'all go and follow him.
So we seeing the genetic weaknesses actually impacting the youth more. It's children coming out with tumors now, born with leukemia. It was shit that we ain't never seen in our lives. So we are genetically being weakened and weakened. But again, it's through the food, it's through the radioactive frequencies, through the EMF frequencies.
Right.
We haven't even talked about the cell phone and just how cancerous causing is the cell phone. Just by having your cell phone in your pocket increases your risk of cancer by 34 to 60%. Having it on your head. That's why I always speak on speakerphone. The phone, the EMF frequency that operates off of a cellular phone is called radio frequency, right? They use radio waves. Radio waves is used to boil water. That's how you heat up your food in a microwave. It don't heat up the actual texture of the food. It heats up the water molecules inside the food, bring it to a boiling temperature, then it beeps. Bing! That means your food done.
When you put it in the microwave, you see that it heats up not from the outside in, as you would expect, if it were just absorbed in the microwave, but rather from the inside out.
And this is because water absorbs microwaves.
You don't realize the functionality that just happened there. The radio frequency waves shot through the molecules, the water molecules of the food, and it boiled it. It literally fried it, and that's what made your food warm. The same exact radio technology is in your phone, these same radio waves, and you putting it up to your head. Do you know your brain is 93% water? Your brain, 93% water. They call them ventricles. Inside these ventricles is pockets of fluids. Or a cerebrospinal fluid, but all this water in your brain. And then you get this microwave that you call a cell phone and you put it on your head. And we're not realizing when you keep doing this day in and day out, or you got your face this far in your phone, or you got your phone on your vagina, or you got your phone in your bra, you got your phone in your pocket next to your prostate or your ovaries, we are heating up the actual H3O water molecules in our body. We're not realizing that this stuff is a big factor in causing cancer.
So for now, when you get on your cell phone, make sure that your cell phone is always on speakerphone and at least 3 feet away from your actual head. Whenever you want to put your phone down, instead of putting it in your pocket, instead of putting it in your back pocket by your prostate, by your ovaries, by your reproductive organ, instead of sticking it in your bra, by your breast, and by your heart, don't ever put it on your persons unless you have a radiation EMF protector sleeve. And you can put the phone into the sleeve, and then this sleeve will actually stop the emission or the emitting of radiation and EMF frequencies from penetrating your cells and having it cancer causing factor on the body. Another thing too, whenever you have your cell phone plugged up, never speak on your cell phone when it's plugged into the wall outlet, whether it's on speakerphone or not, because it increases the radiation and the radioactive frequency plus the EMF frequency coming from the phone by 200%, family. So if your phone is plugged up, then always keep it away from your persons until it's fully charged. Another thing is when you're going to sleep, do not sleep with this radio microwave that we call cell phone by our heads. Don't sleep with it in the same bed as you. If you can, turn your ringer up loud just in case of emergencies, and you put that phone outside of the room door. Make sure that your head is not facing any wall outlets. All of these things causes and it increases the risk of brain cancer, neurological obstructions, and just different type of internal organ cancer, family. Stay away from these cell phones and try to limit the use of cellular phone use as much as possible. Food that's good for pulling radiation out of the body. For one, we have to talk about sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is amazing. It comes from the cruciferous vegetable family. I think that you need to get it from your actual broccoli sprouts. Broccoli sprouts have more sulforaphanes and glucoraphanins in it than any other vegetables on this planet. And this thing literally will whoop cancer, and it literally isolate and open up the NRF2 pathways to get rid of any radiation that's within inside of the cellular mechanism and within inside of the bloodstream. Another thing is focus, or what we call bladderwrack. Bladderwrack have a way of literally isolating radiation and chemotherapy, basically initiating or stimulating what we'll call the so-called immunological system, or what I call the lymphatic system, and it phagocytoses the actual radiated cells or the malignant cells, and it get them out of the body along the meridian pathways through the lymphatic system and out of the kidney. Another one is astringent fruits. Astringent fruits detoxify the body. It kicks on glutathione and it literally detoxifies the entire cellular structure. So if you do all these things that I just told you, these things will not only decrease your risk of cancer, but it'll also start initiating detoxification factor on the body, and you wouldn't have to deal with these things anymore.
Right. So, that was our good brother once again, Yaki Awakening. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and follow that man. And we're going to put that clip in. Make sure y'all also follow me, StarChougie, StarRChougie on YouTube as well. And we'll insert that clip in there. But, these are things that needs to come out because it's being swept under the rug. And, of course, the big, system that owns the cell phone companies and owns these owns everything. They own the system. They're all one. Okay, they're broken up into all these different sections, such as schools and hospitals and markets and gas stations and all this. But at the end of the day, all is owned by one. Okay, period. With a million names, it's all one. All right. So do your research and start looking at really who owns these companies, who has stock in these companies. Okay, these fast food companies and school systems and everything, like the jail system, they all are one. So they're going to cover their own backs when it comes down to this getting leaked on the internet. So when you go to try to find, like, people are Googling things like, do cell phones cause cancer? You're gonna get 100 videos and things that tell you it does not, because they own that. So you think they're gonna stab their own self in the back? No, they're gonna misinform you, like they've been doing. We've been lied to. Don't y'all know that by now? Shit, I probably said it about 600 times this year. We've been lied to. So, and the crux of what the fucks. Okay, you got to understand this. Microwaves and cordless phones came out in 1986. Well, they got popular. So I'm going to give you some statistics that you can look up for yourself, because I don't like when you just take my word. You have to go within and you have to do your own research, due diligence for yourself, so you're not just, saying, regurgitating the shit that I'm saying, but for a fact. So 1986 is when 25% households had microwaves in their home. Okay, up to 25%. All right. In 1971, it was only 1%. By 86, 25%. Right. So what happened after that? Now, this was 1986. 1988. Almost 1 million Americans will be diagnosed with cancer this year, and then more than half of them will be dead in 5 years. So when people want to heckle me and call me a conspiracy theorist, you need to start looking at numbers, because they don't lie. People started to die. People started to, you didn't hear a bunch of people having cancer when we was kids. I mean, the refrigerator and all that started to bring on a lot of this shit. But when they had refrigerator with the Iceman came along and put the ice in the fucking freezer, it wasn't that many. You probably never heard of cancer. But as soon as they started radiating the shit out of us, started putting the microwaves in everybody's house, the cordless phones in everybody's house, in comes cancer. You hear this? I'm talking about 1 million people in 2 years. And nobody stopped to wonder, why is this happening? So it's just like some of these things is smacked it in our face, but we just don't want to see it. So another telltale sign is when these towers went up. The towers went up in 2019. Then they came out with Deceive It. So I'm going to read you, because I actually put this in the first video, but I didn't read these symptoms to you. Symptoms, and this is just how you can look it up. This is how I'm doing it right now while we're here. Symptoms of acute radiation syndrome. Okay, this is the symptoms of acute radiation syndrome. So you don't look up, can a cell phone cause cancer? You look up acute radiation syndrome, which is caused by the cell phone. And then you get your answers there. So symptoms of ARS may include nausea, vomiting, headache, diarrhea. It could cause seizures. It can make you have no taste. It can stop you from having smell and taste, right? Don't that sound familiar? I know that. Yes. Yes, my sister. If you want to, you can. You always welcome. You always got a place here. So yeah, that's acute radiation syndrome. Okay.
Damn.
So you wasn't here last show, but we actually doing a documentary on it. This is part 2 because my son had radiation-induced autoimmune disease.
Oh, that's a crazy John.
Very. Hey, baby. Paulie and the gang in the building. Y'all know that she's up next. So. Yeah, so he had radiation-induced autoimmune disease that caused his whole body to be inflamed. His lips even burnt. Okay? So he could not walk. He stopped fucking talking. Like he was talking like he had a seizure. I mean, what's it called? A stroke.
Oh shit.
So I'm at that, well, they want to know, well, what runs in your family? Nothing.
Yeah.
We fine. We fine. But see, that's how they learn how to cover up the shit that they already know. Know this. These motherfuckers already know what's going on.
Yeah.
They don't give a damn because they getting paid big money from this cell radiation shit, killing the shit out of us. They get paid big money. Cancer is a multi-billion-dollar, trillion probably at this point.
Yeah.
So the towers came up in November of 2019. Then boom, here come Deceive It, because they had to give it a name because they didn't want people walking around or joining gangs and trying to tear these towers the fuck down. And they was doing that in Brazil and a lot of other countries, and China too. They was tearing them shits down because they knew what was up.
Yep. They literally, you talking about people that didn't have the type of tools that we got, in a sense, you know what I mean, to actually get it done. But we talking about
tearing shit up with hammers.
Tall tower, exactly, whatever they could find. They ain't like, oh, we gotta go get this crazy ass machine to blow this bitch up. No, them motherfuckers was pulling that shit off and everything. Like, yeah, that's some crazy shit. But they censored the shit out of that though.
They censored it. So my thing is, now we just proved, and you guys can pull it up as well, like I said, that in 1986, the microwave became popular. In 1988, 1 million new cases of cancer. Now we have this fifth gig going up, these towers going up everywhere in November of 2019 in Pennsylvania. And then December, boom, what did they call it? Deceive It. And what is the symptoms? The same fucking symptoms as acute radiation syndrome. Same symptoms. So, I mean, some of this shit is black and white in our face, whether we want to see it or not,
Yeah.
But, I mean, a lot of people just don't want to deal with it. But what y'all need to understand is knowing who the enemy is, or knowing what the problem is, you know how to treat it.
Yeah.
When you walking around thinking you got Deceive It, and you know, and you can't breathe and shit. You don't know that you can go and get this dandelion root because your blood is clotting.
Yeah. It's actually like a hertz. It's a certain frequency.
Yes.
That they use. That was like, we had an old studio, and I remember saying this before. We had an old studio on like 10th and Germantown, and they had like randomly one day just put like when they start doing them brown box drones and shit, the little teeny ones. They put one up on like a light pole, literally right behind us, probably like 100 feet away from us. You know what I mean? From our window. Every fucking day in this studio, my head was
hurting,
whamming. Every day I had to fucking leave. And like when I went home, it took a while before the shit stopped, probably the next day.
Yeah.
Like that shit is crazy.
It was cooking you. So basically, and I just played Yaki. It's crazy because I reached out to Yaki, told him what was going on with my son, and he actually dropped a vid on this.
Oh shit.
So we just shared it. We're gonna insert the clip as well. But you know, this has been a thing that has been swept under the rug for a long time, and it's
so
time to talk about it. Yeah,
it makes so much sense because you gotta think about it. I remember like, you know, I'm a woman of a certain age. You know,
oh girl, you about 25 years old. Stop playing.
I'll take that. I'll fucking take that shit. God damn it, I don't even remember that
20.
shit. Yeah, I'll take that. Whatever one you go lower is cool. That's fine. But you know, when we was growing up, I came up in the era of actual cell phone creation. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And we didn't necessarily have cell phones. It was like most people that had cell phones had some type of reason for a fucking cell phone. Not now how we just feel like we have to have it. Now they actually giving it to people will go and literally give your child this tablet. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And not thinking about those facts of the radiation that is causing at a child, you know, especially an adult. But most kids is like glued.
They putting these tablets in these kids' hands, and it's crazy because do you know that a tablet is called a tablet? So legally, they cannot be sued for a child holding it in their hands because it's supposed to be on a table.
Oh shit! Oh, why the fuck they don't got no stand on the back of that bitch? Why the fuck they got?
Guess what? When you go to the terms and the conditions, and you look through, I forget exactly which one you go on to. I'll insert that into this video as well. Sydney Newton, the AKA mom, said some people just don't want to come out of being clueless. Yeah, because then they got to deal with reality.
Yes.
And some people just can't deal with reality. But yeah, the tablets is supposed to be placed on a table. It's not supposed to be on somebody's lap. A laptop is not even supposed to be on your lap. You know? And then they was wondering why all these people was getting rectal cancer because they throw their cell phone in their back pocket.
Mm-hmm. I'm honestly guilty of that. Like if I'm at work, I carry 2 phones. I used to have 3, but I have 2 phones. I have one of the EMF diffusers on the back of my phone, but I don't have it on this phone.
Yeah, you know get a pocket. That sleeve is a sleeve that they can go into since you be busy and you gotta. You know, but for the most part, try to keep that shit away from you because them shits, you know, even with your asthma and stuff like that, that is a lot of the cost of it because we being cooked. It's like we all in the fucking microwave right now being cooked from inside out.
Every 8 feet.
Yeah. So this is here is why, you know, people are right now suffering from conditions. So many people are sick. I'm just my mom watching, so
I overstand because I be like, sorry, mom, my bad, you know, slipped out.
But you know, so many people are dying from all these conditions now, and they're calling it lupus, they're calling it cancer, they're calling it this, they're calling it that because they're not going to call it what it is.
Yeah. They do that with everything. Like
they won't put that on black and white.
No, they won't. That's why even when it comes to the food that we consume, we don't call the fucking beef. We don't call that shit just cow. You don't go there and see the menu. I want cow well done. You get what I'm saying? Right. They actually gave it another name that'll give it something else. And even with that, people knowing what that does to their body, they still consume it. But it goes into being something that's always in our face. Because remember when we was talking about before they launched the 5G shit, and we like, damn, that shit gonna be crazy. They gonna, launch that shit. The fucking motherfuckers. I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean it. The bleepity bleep bleeps. I'm so sorry.
I wanted to say the same
on
thing.
10G.
Yeah, already. We already probably at 6 or 7 or more now.
They have phones that are 10G right now that you can go on to AT&T and get a 10G phone.
And motherfuckers like, I want that because they just want to keep
faster.
Yo, it's not about your internet service because the shit ain't moving no faster. Do y'all understand that? This is a psyop. You have to give consent to the shit that they're doing to you. Yep. So you have to go in the store. Let me get that 25G.
Yep, and sign up. You literally sign your name on the line, and you signing up to deal with this shit.
You giving consent. You
That's
giving consent for
crazy.
them to kill you. You
They're
okay?
giving away cancer for free.
That's
They sure the hell
basically
is, man.
what's going on at a
Shout out to Dub
alarming.
Dizza.
Is in the building. You
Know what
know,
I mean?
yeah. Listen,
Shit out of pocket,
it's
man.
out of pocket, and it's time that we speak up about it. I've been talking about this for a long time. When I first started talking about this, I was the biggest conspiracy theorist in the world. I had people heckling me. Hi, baby, I like your hair. You know, I had people heckling me, you know, oh, well, I'm going to go get the best 5G phone they got in XYZ. I mean, so
That's
what
on
can
you.
you say? Like, what can you say to, you know, you try to tell people, but at the end of the day, they going to believe what they want to believe. And
They ain't there in their journey. That's how I see it. Like, people,
yeah, it's cool. I get
they
it.
ain't there yet on their journey. So they just, you know, they might, in this incarnation, they might have to go through all that fucking shit. Excuse me
Yeah.
again, I'm sorry. They might have to go through all of those things because, you know, they didn't want to hear it. You know what I mean? That could be the cause of why they had to
Why-
incarnate the first time. But
That part.
until you get it, you keep getting that test over and over again. That's on them at that point.
Listen, I was just telling them that this has sharpened my sword. Going through this with my son has sharpened my sword completely.
Mhm.
When we were going through, while we were in the hospital, 9 days, damn near 10 days. After, you
Yeah.
know, we were in there for damn near 10 days, and they tried to make them stay, and they tried to make up all these excuses because I was sneaking herbs in there, and he was getting better. You know what I took? Let me tell you, you might appreciate this. I took up their dandelion roots from outside, the sunflowers that's free,
Mhm.
and we was tossing they shit. Oh, okay, he's about to take it right now. Well, we gotta watch him take it. He gonna take it. Go ahead.
Like what the fuck?
You know,
Like,
they tried.
prison?
They came in and said we got to give him a blood transfusion. No, we don't do that. That's DNA and that's spirit. That's soul attached to that. We not trading souls
Just
with
said that to
nobody.
somebody today, man.
No thanks.
I just said that to somebody today.
And they said, well, it's your son. You don't care if he live or die. What if it's detrimental to his life? I said, oh, he'll be all right. He was like, I'll be fine.
Oh,
So the thing is, he's the one who made it through this because his will to live was everything.
yeah.
So I was telling, like I tell a lot of people, I can treat you with herbs. I can come with some tools. But if you don't got the power within you to know that you're going to make it through this and your mindset is not healing,
Yeah.
your mindset is more like I'm defeated and I'm sick and I'm listening to everything they telling me I got,
Yeah.
then my herbs won't do nothing for you.
Yeah.
The only reason why my herbs did something for him was because his will was crazy. His will, they was like, I know you're afraid. And he's like, no, I'm not.
Because they trying to lower his vibration by making
Exactly.
you scared. Like, that's some low vibrational shit in general. You know what I'm
Period.
saying? And that's literally their reason for being there. They're not
Yeah.
there to help nobody. They
At
need
all.
you to stay on some low
I
vibrational
watched them.
sick
I
shit.
looked them. I saw the Tillies. I saw the Tillians face to face, and they saw me. That's the part. They saw me. The motherfuckers started knowing.
They be knowing, though.
They sent everybody.
Yeah.
They sent the person who runs the hospital. And so I said,
Oh,
he
shit.
said, how do you know that that the radiation in this room is too much for him? Because I said, because we're about to leave here because the radiation in this room alone is crazy.
Yeah.
So y'all treating children with cancer
Yeah.
with radiation. How
Yeah.
about that? That's number one. You giving somebody who has radiation poison
Radio.
radiation. You motherfuckers.
They cruel as shit.
So I said, I pulled the radiation detector out the bag. Beep, 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 beep,
They
everything.
was sick. They was sick.
He said, where'd you get that from? Amazon.
Like
See, Google and Amazon, then y'all used it probably to be against us, but it didn't work out, and now it worked against y'all. Because I pulled out the physician desk read. I don't know if you guys know that there's a physician desk read. I told y'all last time, there's a physician desk read, which is the blue book that they get all their medications out of. There's one for herbs.
Mm-hmm.
It's one for herbs, people. And I took this to the hospital and I said, okay, every time they named the medication, I showed them the herb instead.
Yeah.
I said, okay, so we could just give him turmeric because that's not going to hurt his kidneys,
Yeah.
his liver, instead of the steroids.
Yeah.
That'll put out the fire. That's good for inflammation.
Yeah.
That'll get that out of there. Oh, well, we can't. Why? It's in your book. You have this book. Why? We never seen that book. The one who runs the hospital. Okay? The dude that runs the hospital never seen a physician desk read for herbs, never even knew it existed. Because they not there to heal you.
Yeah.
They there to keep you sick because that's the only way they make money off of you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't make money off of healed people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, it has been going down, and we was just in there fighting them through all this shit. They said we snuck the dandelion root free from outside, snuck the shit into him. His blood was at 6.1. In 48 hours, it got to 6.8. No blood transfusion. Red blood cells popping. And then we wonder why this little yellow plant turns into white fluffy things, and they say make a wish, and it'll make your wish come true. Oh, them things is magic.
Yeah.
Okay?
That makes sense like a motherfucker.
Them shits is magic. So 48 hours, his blood count went up 7 points. By the time we left, it was 8.9.
Dang.
So there was no blood transfusion involved. They talked about putting him to sleep because this could be a kidney thing, and we need to take a biopsy on the kidney. We're gonna put him to sleep. You're not putting him nowhere.
No, they just be doing shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, no, we
motherfuckers,
can't.
yo.
We literally came to use y'all tools. We came here to use y'all EKG machine, your CAT scans, your lab results, so we can know what to treat and how to treat it. But not from you motherfuckers.
Yeah. No.
Devils. They riding to the core.
Fucking Tillies be tillying.
Yo, they riding to the core. They even came in there and told him he needed some shit. I talked about this last week, how they came in there the last day he was ready to go home and they was going to break his spirit one way or the other. They said, oh, he can't leave because his potassium's a little low. Bitch, we just got 20 blood results up.
Hey, yo.
No thanks to y'all.
They out of pocket.
And you going to say his potassium a banana for real? And so I'm like, okay, well, give us something to take it home. There's nothing he can take it home. We need to watch him. This is very important. This could be his heart. You know, they say all the shit that they think that's going to make us scared. Yeah. Oh, this could be his heart, and we don't want him to have a heart. I said, yo, stop saying all that shit. Stop it. I was keeping it very cute, but I was grinding them the fuck up the whole time.
I'd have been cussing them the
fuck
out.
Yeah,
I got kicked out of hospital before.
Listen, I thought I was going to.
So I was like, I went off on the motherfuckers.
I was trying my best to keep my cool because I said that's what they want me to do because they wanted to be like saying I can't come back in here because they know that I'm his muscle right now. You know what I'm saying? So he got rolled up there in a wheelchair. He got taken out running damn near out that hospital. But they was like, she's like, he has to take it here. I'm like, no, give me something to take. I'm not asking you if we can go home today. He's going to fuck home. Period.
Prison.
I'm not asking. Right. So she comes back. Oh, you know what? I talked to a few doctors. He doesn't even need to take anything for his potassium. He's fine. Yo. But you was about to make him stay an extra day because his heart and the potassium and the you lying bitch. Let me out. I was like, come on, let's go, son. Get the rolls of toilet paper too. These motherfuckers charging us for everything. I need everything. Fuck, y'all got some towels and some sheets because they better be happy I bring my Aldi's bag.
Give me all the shit I don't even need. All these face masks.
I'm taking all this shit. I don't give a fuck. Give me some boxes of gloves. I don't care if they too small. Fuck it.
Them Jones gonna be in your hand.
Tight ass gloves. Cutting my circulation off. Gotta go back to the hospital for the tight ass, dumb ass, purple ass gloves.
Yo, the motherfuckers was so mad at me, right? So the last time I went to the hospital, I had an asthma attack, and this was my first time being in a ambulance. So when I got to the hospital, this motherfucker came in the room. Mind you, in the ambulance, they actually had me like doing a treatment or whatever.
Yeah.
So when I get off, they actually take me to the room. As soon as the paramedics walked away, in comes this nurse. And he came in there. I still had the mask on, but it's not hooked up to nothing at this point. Do you know this man tried to take my blood? So I said, wait, hold.
You see what I'm saying? I
said, why you doing that? He said, just in case.
No.
I was like, no. I said, I don't have to. I've never been given an IV for my lungs before for my asthma. I said, I've had it for years. I've never, ever. Yeah. Nobody ain't even never come to me and say that shit. This motherfucker tried to tell me that's what they had to do. Said, I said, that must be this hospital's thing.
Yeah,
he said, well, do you want me to go get the doctor? He went and got some fucking Tilly Angel bitch who literally was like, no, she ain't got to do none of that shit.
Exactly.
Like, none of it. But boy was mad. He was so mad that he left all of the shit out on the table. Like the needles, the fucking vials, the little ass gloves, all that shit was just
the
sitting.
little gloves.
Yo, they be mad as shit. Like,
They was so hot. Listen,
Dude.
I came in that bitch right. It was a 2-room type of thing, but he was the only one in there.
Yeah.
So they was using the whiteboard, putting all they shit up there, the medicines they wanted him to take, the steroids and shit. I used the other whiteboard and put all the fucking herbs up there, right? So these motherfuckers, then they came in. Yeah, so I had down to the milligrams. I'm like, he's gonna be taking 4,500 milligrams. Because at first I tried to get them on board with what my plan was, because it was gonna happen either fucking way. Like, he's not taking that shit. He's going to take this, and he's going to be all right. So I wrote it on the board. Then the motherfuckers all standing there while I'm going over the whiteboard. I said, any questions?
They probably was like, nigger.
Them motherfuckers was like, no, we don't have any questions. Well, yeah, okay, cool. Yo. They don't know. When you take them off script, they on the script. So yes. they on a loop.
Yes.
They say the same shit to everybody. They sent everybody in the room, said the same shit to us. They all on a loop. And when you say some shit that does not register with their program, they don't know how to respond to you.
It throw them off. They start glitching and shit.
Glitching like a mug.
Them motherfuckers is at home scratching their head talking to their fucking significant others, because you know they be all freaky and shit.
Yeah.
Like, them motherfuckers
they are
at
freaky
home,
ass.
like, you know what I mean, mad as shit at you. Like, they told the motherfucking next nurse that came in after the board, because he wound up leaving. He didn't come back in the room with me. He was sick of me.
Yeah.
She was like, you're the refuser, right? Yeah, hey, how you doing, bitch? I'm that.
I got called the infamous mother.
Oh, shit.
The rheumatology lady came in. She said, oh, so you're the infamous mother.
I'd have like, how you doing?
That be me.
Shake my fucking hand, bitch.
What you put at the end? What y'all put at the end of that mother? Okay, yeah, that's me.
I was all that shit. I ain't give a fuck. I was
that
like,
be
yep.
Me. Yep. Everything they said, they come in. Well, we're gonna have to try out this. Nope. No, thank you. Everything. No, thank you. We're not doing none of that shit. We're not trying any of that. Nope. So
I mean, do it. You can't. Like you said earlier, it's all about consent.
It is.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't know, like, navigating through life, a lot of things are literally
consent.
The cops have to, well, they're supposed to ask, can I? XYZ.
Yeah.
Most times they ask it in an aggressive tone where most people will just go along with it as if, well, they told me to do it. No,
right.
They fucking asked your dumb ass.
And you said
just
okay.
Let them do it.
Okay. Listen, I had a whole run-in with them motherfuckers when my baby tried to escape.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, you know? They chased my baby, beat him up, scalped his Timbs and everything.
Oh. Little shoe. Oh.
The little shoes tore up. But you know, you have to give consent for all these things. But y'all gotta understand that the stuff that's happening the things that's happening around us is because we allow it. You know? So now here's the thing. We have a lot of ways to cure it. There's tons of ways to improve a lot of things that's going on. So there's medications that was given to certain people from Western medications that was given to people that's causing harmful effects to their body and other people who's around them body.
They just trying to kill us off because they dying at an alarming rate.
That part. So I'm going to tell... I am not a doctor, so you can trust me. Look, you know how normally they say I'm not a doctor, so you can't take my word. Here you go. I'm not a doctor, so therefore you should listen to what the fuck I'm about to tell you.
Yeah, because them motherfuckers is like
okay.
On script.
Understand this. Dandelion root is free. It grows outside just about everybody's house.
Yeah.
You spray weed killer on it and you kill it. You killing what Mother Nature is giving you to heal yourself. If you get an app on your phone, it's called Picture This. The app is called Picture This. You have nothing but herbs growing outside of your home. It is not weeds. It is medicine. It is free and it is yours for the taking. Now, if you don't know what to do with it and you kill it, then that's on you. But if you take your children outside and you make a hobby out of it and you show them, they're going to start doing it on their own. Now you breaking generational curse.
Yeah.
Because now you showing them how to heal themselves without the medications that's killing us for real.
Yeah.
So I have yellow dock growing outside my house. I have a fucking grapevine tree growing outside. It's just a little tiny Because I would have sprayed weed killer on it. And if I did, a couple of years ago, I weed killered the shit out of that grapevine tree. But now I'm going to let that grow. And I've been literally riding around the neighborhood with gloves that pull weeds, not weeds, but to pull these herbs up, stick them in a bag, take them home, dry them out, and heal the people with them.
Yeah.
And y'all can do the same because they're free, 99. Nothing.
Yes, they are.
You could dry them out. You pop them in some water and make tea out of them.
Mm-hmm.
You can even rinse the dog, cat piss off of it and chew them bitches up and eat them. Shit, you don't know what you for real drinking and eating up.
No, that's real.
Anyway, when you go into these fast food places, they using spigot water to wash shit off any goddamn way.
Man.
And what is spigot water? You flush the toilet, it's all together.
Yeah.
You got piss, shit, and everything else in spigot water. So if spigot water is being used, you can rinse the moral of the story is rinse the goddamn shit off.
No, you're right, but the crazy thing is too,
rinse it off and eat it.
Between working at the organic joint at the PS & Co. and then like stepping back into corporate, like when he said it was something wrong with the water, right?
Yeah, something been wrong with goddamn water.
It's always been there. But one of the big people probably got sick or something. So
that's what happens, right?
I'm literally taking a big ass pot, filling it up with water, and I'm boiling noodles and vegetables inside of this spigot water. I'm going to the sink,
right,
and getting it. If you get water from the restaurant, they don't have unless it's somewhere they charge for filtered water.
Yes, they do.
Come on now.
I asked Yard House, the lady gonna bring me this husky ass cup of water and sit at the table. Anybody else want water? Look at this guy. He's early. He's
not early.
So you know, I say, is that spigot? She says, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Miss, I don't want no spigot water. I don't drink out the spigot. I ain't drink out the spigot since I was probably about 11 years, 12 years old."
And they'll call it
maybe like 15. Maybe 15.
They'll call it still, or and I think people
still got piss and shit in it.
I think people try to think that that's like distilled. No, it's motherfucking
still.
It's in the water with
it's
some ice.
Stale.
That shit is crazy right there.
Yeah. So we was basically a couple things that we touched on was the microwave came out in 1986. By 1988, they had 1 million new cases of cancer. So what do you want to say, early man?
I'm gonna say, stay out the microwave and just try your best to bake your food and eat things that's live and vibrant. Try to cut the technology down to a certain time of percentage a week. And if you're in a high radiation area, do some exercises for radiation release.
Okay, such as
you can do some sun gazing in a natural nature area and release some of that radiation tension.
And some yoga.
Yeah, you also do some yoga and some sauna, release the oxygen and toxins from the brain.
Yeah. Then you got those good old shungite, and you got your hematite
and crystals.
Yeah. That actually repels the radiation. Then you got seaweed that is also a great repellent for radiation.
Copper.
Sea moss, copper. You use the tools that Mother Nature gave us because obviously she knew that we was gonna be attacked like this. Because it's only making us stronger. Yeah. Only the strong gonna survive this.
Yep. I mean,
this is boot camp.
That way. I think that's the best way to go. Not that anybody, like I said before, it's about people's journey and where they at.
That part.
So that's a good joint. A crystal though that I had purchased. I forgot where I was at, but I purchased it. Kyanite.
Kyanite. Okay.
It's literally like removes everything. You know what I mean? You could put it in like dead plants and it'll bring them back to life. Like a small piece of them. It's I think it's one of the ones that you had.
What's that joint? I was about to say, what's that joint I had?
It's like a little slithered green. It's like a little green joint. I gotta
whatever that joint is that you let me hold, and that shit was so powerful, it was radiating through my whole body.
Yeah.
Like,
I know what joint you're talking about. I can't remember the name of that joint, but
that shit was crazy. I ain't even felt a crystal that powerful since, to be honest. But yeah, you got your crystals. You use them to help repel a lot of this radiation. You got little ones. Give them sea moss. They don't like sea moss. Put fruit in it. There is ways. I'm not here to fear monger. I'm not here to place fear. And that's the last thing we need. That's the lowest frequency on the planet. I'm here to spread love.
Awareness.
Love. through love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I ain't give a fuck about you, I wouldn't even be up here talking this shit right now. Because half the people think I'm crazy as shit for the stuff that I be saying out my mouth.
They think you crazy because they can't control you.
Yeah.
That's the only way people think somebody
is
crazy.
love. Love is conscious.
Like,
Love is consciousness, man.
yo, you could put sea moss in inside of applesauce. It's like the perfect
mix. Perfect blend.
Like, yo, you wouldn't even know it's there.
Pineapples, you could do anything. So just get that stuff. But that dandelion root, take your babies outside. Plant some things. Y'all need to start planting your own food anyway. You know what I'm saying? Start planting your own food, planting your own things, because a lot of the radiation is not the only carcinogen. You got foods that's so carcinogenic that you fucking can't believe. Eggs and all kind of everything. It's in everything. The whole cow is carcinogenic.
Yeah, that nasty ass.
The whole cow. Throw that whole bitch in the trash.
What, it got 5 stomachs, 4 stomachs, or some crazy shit?
Yeah, it got a bunch of cancer. And if you're drinking cow's milk, you got blood, pus, and semen.
Oh, damn. They done went crazy on
That's
that.
in the cow's milk. You can pull that up too.
I don't be drinking it. That's for the calf.
I'm a milk y'all kids, man. Stop milking y'all kids with this goddamn nasty pus and semen. You giving babies semen to drink? That's nasty.
It be wondering why these kids big. I saw some
middle
school kids that's like my size. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
With beards and all that.
Yeah, they go. It's up next, y'all. Paulie and the gang, y'all.
Gang.
Thank you for tuning in. We love y'all. We see you next week.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to say anything